The more you know. Still taking damage. That's fine. I think we just keep pushing them. We do have another Shoreshark, and that results in a double bounce. But we need them to spend their mana first. If not, we kind of try to have to hold up the Negate Essence Scatter combo. That's an easy counter for me, right? They spent all their mana. They're going to attack for 2. Doing the mill, whatever. Let's get our Nightbonder in play. We hit for 6. And we still hold the Shoreshark, which should win us the game. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today, we're playing with Flash Sharks within Dimir. If you're brand new to Arena or Magic the Gathering in general, Dimir denotes the color combination of blue and black together. Lots of things we can look for within not only that color combination, but our deck is counter magic, removal, flash. So these are really cool things. And this deck is a tempo archetype. Tempo denotes the combination of aggro, which is a fast style gameplay with lots of creatures, lots of damage, with control, which is, the counter magic, stopping your opponent from having fun. And we're bonding those two together to form a tempo deck, which is really cool. So our main strategy of the deck will be to, hold up our mana always and play it on our opponent's turn. We basically just want to skip our turn 90% of the time. There are some, unique interactions where we won't do that, and we'll touch on those as we go. But typically 90% of the time plus, you're playing all of your mana, all of your cards on your opponent's turn. If you need to counter their spells, we can do that as a priority, right? There's plenty of counter magic in the deck, which we'll get to. And if they don't play anything, they just have open mana, that's when we can start lacing in some of our creatures to the field. And because, they've got nothing going on, now our mana untaps, we can protect our creatures with our counter magic again, or, stop them from playing their own creatures. And we get damage every single turn. So if they don't play something, we get to put a creature in. If they do, we counter it. And this is just an effect that will compound turn by turn. And it is very hard to keep pace with the tempo deck if they have the counter magic up. So one of the main strategies within tempo decks is having a consistent draw engine. We have that within the deck through Slitherwisp and our Sea-Dasher Octopus. We also have a little bit of a passive draw through our Omen of the Sea, but nothing much here. Nothing like the Slitherwisp and Sea-Dasher Octopus draws are. We have to have draw engines incorporated within tempo decks because the fact that we're using counter magic is going to burn out our hand, right? So if we're using our mana to counter spells, that's going to, not leave much mana for draws. So this is why instead of having, spells that just draw cards, kind of like Omen of the Sea, we have cards that will draw consistently turn after turn, like the Slitherwisp and the Octopus. And the turn after turn draw opens up more deck space, to fill with removal, right? So if we can be continuously and consistently drawing some form of removal, counter magic, any form of disruption, really, that's where we're going to get these consistent wins. So it's a thin line to walk. We do have a bounce variant here. You could, juke left or right, depending, and, maybe incorporate a more removal-based deck if you want. However, we are using a bounce-based deck, so we're kind of pushing our opponent's permanents back to their hand, so they've got to redo that last turn, because these spells are accompanied by creatures, right? If there was removal accompanied by creatures that was flash, we'd be all for that. One example of that would be the Blacklance Paragon. That's within black, it has flash, and it can give itself lifelink and death touch. So that's one card that you might want to look at in the deck if you're trying to find more forms of removal that aren't just flash, that still come with a creature, right? Because there's nothing worse than having counter magic for creatures and removal for creatures and then not running into any creatures, right? So that can lead to a lot of dead cards in your hand. So we really want to get lots of utility from our cards and try to have multiple uses for each of them, right? And that's where something like the Brazen Borrower is good in this deck, because it's a creature, plus it's a bounce spell, similar to the Black Lance Paragon, when it can be a form of removal and it can just be a creature, which is really nice. So, those are your general deck strategies, your general overview here. Of course, if you don't want the in-depth deck guide, please use the chapters below to jump right into the gameplay footage. We've got some really cool matches for you guys today. And if you find any value, please like the video and share the channel out to your friends. Of course, we've got gem giveaways, all that going on in the Discord. Every link that you're going to need is in the description below. With that being said, let's start our deep dive of Dimir Flash Sharks. We're going to run through the deck list first, starting out with our 2-drops. We have no 1-drops within the deck, which allows us to incorporate a Temple of Deceit. This is basically our 1-drop. It comes in tapped. We get to scry. Because we're not ever using 1 mana, the Temple of Deceit is a perfect 1-drop. Moving forward, if we do not have an island in hand and we have a Castle Vantress, we can play our Castle Vantress on turn 1 because it will come in tapped. And if we can get those tapped lands in play early, that's going to make the later and mid game much, much more successful for us. So if there's no island in play and you have a Vantress, get that in right away, because that's still a blue source for your whole deck. And then you're not having it come in tapped later when you're going to rely on that mana. So there's no 1-drops, so there's no foul from doing that. That's, totally above board and recommended. So Castle Vantress, your first land if you have no island, and of course your Temple of Deceit because it comes in tapped regardless. So those are your 1-drops. Let's get into our 2-drops. 4 copies of Cunning Nightbonder, a 2/2 with flash. Spells with flash that you cast cost 1 less to cast, which is amazing. But even better than that, they cannot be countered. So sorry, rogue decks, you're gonna have to be using your removal. All of your counter magic is now garbage, lofty denial, stuff like this. So Cunning Nightbonder is a sleeper in my opinion. It's not around in the meta enough for people to really understand it quite well. Reducing the cost of your creatures is the first thing we see, and then we kind of space out. But if you RTFC, you'll actually notice that all of our other flash creatures and spells in general can't be countered. So, the Cunning Nightbonder is one of the best things to see in your opening hand. It's an early drop. It is a human, so you're not able to mutate onto it. We do have a couple mutate cards in the deck. Keep note of that. But just the general value that it provides to the match is unparalleled. 4 copies of Omen of the Sea. Now, this has flash, right? So if we have a Cunning Nightbonder in play, we're casting this for 1, which is very, very good value. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2, and then draw a card. If you can do that consistently for 1 mana, you're going to win games. You can also pay 3 to sack it, scrying for an additional 2 when it's in play. So again, just adding a little bit more consistency to the deck, helping you find the specific cards that you're looking for in that moment. Moving on, we have 4 copies of Negate, instant speed, counter target, non-creature spell. The Great Henge, Ugin, Embercleave, just to name a few of the better cards that you'll really want to counter. And of course, when you do have a draw engine like your Slitherwisp in play, if there's any removal on that card, you'll protect it, of course, to keep the draw engine going, pull more protection or disruption, and it's just a perpetuating story. 4 copies of Essence Scattered, the exact same thing, but countering creature spells instead. So we've got protection from everything non-creature, planeswalkers, removal, enchant, whatever, right? And then we've got protection from creatures as well. Moving on to our 3-drops, 4 copies of the Brazen Borrower. This is a 3/1 with flash and flying, so we can reduce the cost of it down to 2 if the Nightbonder's in play, and it could only block other creatures with flying, which is fine because we're a tempo-style deck, not really looking to defend and drag games out. We want to close them out as quickly as possible. And more importantly here, we have Petty Theft for 2 to return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Again, we talked about how this is a bounce style variant of tempo, and you could use remove if you wanted. I love just your opponent spending 3, 4, 5 mana and then you putting it right back to their hand. It's almost like you get a free turn, right? Again, removal is great, but bouncing any target non-land permanent is more of an umbrella, right? If you have creature removal, you're only killing creatures. And we talked about how you can kind of get hosed in a control matchup because you already have Essence Scatters to deal with creatures. And now you've got removal to deal with creatures and the matchup has no creatures, which could be bad. But maybe there's artifacts, maybe there's enchantments, maybe there's planeswalkers, any other form of permanence we can still bounce with the Brazen Borrower, which is really good. Moving on, we do have the Sea-Dasher Octopus, 2 copies of this Flash, mutate for 2. So if you play it organically, it's a little expensive. It does have Flash, so we can reduce that to 2. If we cast it for the mutate, it can be reduced to 1. Woof. And again, a 2/2, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. If we can get that in play for 1 at instant speed, what? Right? So, it's really hard to balance a deck with so many good cards that you want to include. And Sea-Dasher Octopus is one of those cards. Having 2 copies of it because it's not as good as the Slitherwisp because it needs to attack, it needs to deal that combat damage, and it needs a non-human to mutate onto. So, there are a couple requirements there that make it more tricky to play consistently. Whereas the Slitherwisp, which we have 4 copies of, is a 3/2 with Flash. And whenever you cast another spell that has Flash, you draw a card, and then each opponent loses a life. So not only does our whole deck have Flash, so we're probably drawing every turn that we play one anyways, and maybe even multiple times per turn, which is really good. But we're dealing chip damage, which is really cool. And we talked about playing the Omen for 1, the Borrower for 2, the Sea-Dasher for 1. And, we can, by playing those as a reduced mana cost, we can play multiples per turn. Many of them will draw other spells, not to mention our Slitherwisp draws spells. So we can maybe just draw with Flash, deal chip damage, and get an advantage in game, not only through the card advantage, but through the damage that we're doing, which is really cool. And most times, a lot of our counter magic will protect our Slitherwisp because it's so powerful. Speaking of counter magic, we do have 3 copies of Ashiok's Erasure for 4. It does have Flash, of course. It can be reduced to as little as 2, which is pretty cool if you stack up 2 Nightbonders. When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell. Your opponent can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card. And when Ashiok's Erasure leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. This is just so groovy to deal with one of their better spells that they won't be recasting. For example, if they're running Ugin, you can take out Ugin, and if they don't have something to deal with enchantments, that's probably game, which is pretty cool. And, not to mention all of the other decks that are equally as annoying. Taking out a Searing Thought Thief, Soaring Thought Thief, not Searing. Ooh, it could be a Grixis version maybe. But again, dealing with any threats that your opponent has is absolutely amazing. It has Flash, so it's triggering the Wisp, which is a draw, and it locks down their card. Just great times, and you can reduce the cost of it. So speaking of things that we can reduce the cost in to counter magic, the Voracious Greatshark. We got 3 copies of this, a 5/4 with Flash. When it enters the battlefield, counter target artifact or creature spell. The artifact is highly overlooked. Even I forget about this sometimes. So it's kind of good in control matchups, good in creature matchups because you can lock down their creature. In a control matchup, it has Flash, plus it's a 5/4. So if they wipe you and you've got spare mana, boom, here's another 5/4. My end step, it can attack and put you right back in the corner of the ring again, right? So it kind of has pretty high value always. We're reducing it with our Nightbonder. We can reduce it by 3 to cast it for 2 if we do stack that up 3 times, which is unlikely. 2 Nightbonders, I understand, but 3s, you're just being greedy at this point. And just a really good value, pushing out, more attack for the aggro style of tempo, plus countering a creature for the control style of tempo, which we talked about. And, we've got more sharks in the deck. It is Flash Sharks, and we've got another one here with Pouncing Shoreshark, a 4/3 with Flash, mutate for 4. Again, we can reduce the cost of this substantially with our Nightbonder, and whenever this creature mutates, you may return a target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Similar to our Brazen Borrower, just bouncing things back to their hand. Very, very good. Once we bounce things, we can counter them when they try to re-enter. And again, just trying to keep our attacking lanes open. Bouncing tokens as a priority because they don't go to hand, they just get destroyed. And, this is a stackable offense here. We can stack Shoresharks and have them trigger multiple times. Very, very good and very, very fun. We talked about the Vantress. We do have 8 islands, 5 swamps, and 4 Clearwater Pathways in the deck as well on top of the temples. So, that's the deck list. You got to see a little bit of the deck strategy. We broke down the deck list and talked about some of the strategies and synergies that are included there. I did mention that there are sometimes you may want to play on your turn instead of your opponent's turn, because that is, again, your main priority. Always be playing on your opponent's turn. If we do not drop a land, we may want to play on our turn. If we play 2 land, we're supposed to draw our third. We don't draw our third land, but we have Omen of the Sea. We may, and keyword may, this is going to, be totally up to you. You might want to play Omen of the Sea and try to draw that land for the turn so it can enter play. Again, you could wait, try to hold up a counter magic, and then Omen if they don't, but this leaves the potential to fall behind. You're much better off leaving something early in game, because if it's a 2-drop, it's not that important anyways. It's not going to win the game if it's a 2-drop. Take the hit, take the turn off, get the land, be more consistent, and now just bounce that thing back to their hand and then deal with it later, right? So that's that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a little something about not only Dimir, but the Tempo archetype as well. And I hope to see you playing Flash Sharks out there soon. This deck performed quite well within Mythic, which is always great to see. We haven't been playing in a while because of the computer troubles, but we're looking to get back at it now today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you want even more content, join our exclusive YouTube membership program to get a hold of that. And we'll see you, once our gameplay finishes up for our wrap-up thoughts. Enjoy. I believe, let's take any hand at this point. Lots to do today, lots to do. Lots more matches to win. So, Yorion is not great. Probably some negates to open up the game will be good. There's one. If nothing, of course, we can just Omen, and that's nice. And we'll see. That's for sure. All right, Omen in play. More lands. Let's take the swamp. Pass our turn. We have counters up. I think we might just want the Borrower in play and then just try to protect it. There's scrying here, that's fine. They do have blue available. Let's try to just do damage, pulling any removal. We do have protection for it now that it's in play, though. And we also have another Omen, which is good. Kind of carries us along another turn. Cycling. Interesting. So 2 or less can be destroyed. We need to keep that in mind. Right, that picks up our Nightbonder. Another Omen. I like all of this, I think. I don't think they have many creatures, so let's toss the scatter and just keep the shark. Wisp is great. We can actually play the Wisp and protect it, which is even better. Alright, we can't counter the cycle, which is unfortunate. We have no bounce available, so they do get our Borrower. Sucks. That's fine, though. Passage in play. Wisp, and then we can protect it with a negate. I guess we need to be careful of the sharks further on down the road. That's fine though. Should be no problem. They could have double removal, which would be very good. I mean, they do have a pretty full mitt still, so I don't doubt it. No, we get our turn back. That's so good. They're tapped, so the shark is probably not a threat. So we get a little bit of damage in, which is good. And we're ready to counter everything. We want to use our little counters early on because they've got a full hand. They could play 2 spells per turn. You know, if they dump all their mana into one thing, then we can use a big counter. Lot of land, though, so that's frightening. Let's just stop that. It could still have removal. Let's take our scry. Let's just be smart. There's no need to fake protection if we don't have it. Right. There's nothing we could have done there. So this is unpleasant. You know, a lot of counter creature spells, but no creatures really in play. Let's pretend like we had something. Tome is a good drop. Three cards in hand. Shark pulls more removal. No, we're good. Shark is decent damage output. We have Vantress as well as a Wisp. Counter creature spell. Bounce creature. Oh, the Tome is an artifact. We could have countered that. Oops. Oops! What are we thinking, right? That's on me. More land, 4 in hand. They're looking at the shark pretty aggressively. We're sitting on 6. Alright. That hits odd. Wisp in play. Let's take our turn. This is probably a bad play. I want the draw, though. I'm being greedy. Of course we get that. Do we get the octopus draw? Another essence scatter is absolutely useless. We do get the damage and the additional draw. Nice. Just a land, not the best. Ending our turn. They're down to 5. That takes them to 2, so they're not going to be gaining life from that. They're not going to be playing any creatures. And if they remove us, we could just flash the shark in. Easy prey for the cycle, their turn. Yorion could be put into their hand and then in play, but I think that's useless. So they're kicking that. So let's just, you know, cast this as a creature. Get the damage, take the draw. There could be a counterspell here, but we'll still do the damage and draw. Now they have to remove Shoreshark because we hold lethal. Did they pull it? Hello and good game. We're hitting a top 300 player with this homemade Dimir tempo. Let's grab Cling to Dust. Takes them down to 2 available mana. So they're not gaining life there. Oh, they've got another. And they cast it on the stack, because they won't be casting it again. Down to 3. They have to remove it. We have Petty Theft to make sure the attack hits. We can also Brazen Borrower around the side. They go up to 7 here. They do not... Oh, they do. They could play Yorion still. But we could just bounce Yorion. We could also just counter it. So that's not good. Cycling the Triome for 3. That's good. Takes them down to 5. Yorion's out of play, and they do not like the look of that pull. Woo! It's a top rank kill. Land looks great. I hope they're playing a creature deck. If not, ooh! But, you know, boy can dream. We're going to play our Castle Vantress first. Just because we don't have an island. Even though these pathways are blue, they're not islands. They're just lands. So. Right, that's a thing. Their creature deck, we're going to be in a good shape. If not, it's going to be a little awkward. You never want dead cards in your hand, right? And we happen to have 2 negates for you guys today. I'm going to shrink myself down just a little bit here. And, you know, then we can see that last card there at least, right? Okay, we do get an island here, which is nice. New Sirach album out. Check that out. You'll enjoy it. I think for the new year, I'm going to do like a top 20 list to celebrate 2020 of like 20 of my favorite things. It's like lots of music and TV shows. Stuff like this. These probably are going to be swamps. Oh, nice chump block. I feel real good about that. Let's take the scry here. I don't mind it. A little expensive, but we do have the reduction in cost via Nightbonders, and we're ready to counter creatures now as well. It is Rogues, so this is going to be the showdown, right? Who wins, Dimir Rogues or Dimir Tempo by HGG? Alright, let's try to sneak another Bonder in play, I guess. We only have 2 engraved, so there's not going to be a 3-2 Death Touch. It could be a 1-3 blocker. Maybe they play 2 of them. Alright. Greatshark only counters creatures. So, artifact or creature. This is an instant, so We can sneak it in play now, or we can hold it. You know, we can still play it once this is removed. It just spends all of our mana now instead of only 3. So that's not bad. And then we still hit them for 2. They're down to their last card. And if it's a creature, it shall not enter play. Really? And why wouldn't they play? I'm just going to hold up. Oh, no. Right, feels pretty good. Right, Rogues aren't so hot without any creatures. The removal that they have is still good, but just don't think it's good enough. So this is our turn, so I don't want to spend lots of mana, so we're just gonna use a scatter here. You know, don't get me wrong, I want a shark, but I also want to hold up a counter for their turn. Right? So now we still have the scatter and the erasure available. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's also their turn. Take the scry. Another shark's fine. That means we can play pretty loosely with the first one now. We don't care so much about it. We have 5 mana up, so you know it's either or still. Greedy with the scry instead of double spell. They are top decking, I can only assume? No. Ooh, that's just straight up removal. We're sitting on 5, so we can still cast that for full cost if we want. Which we will, because we have another shark to back it up. Groovy. And we're still in for 5. We have Castle Vantress in play for the scry if we don't counter anything. Nope, that's all of their mana, so it gets a shark. And that's lethal. Shout out to everybody on ladder trying to be original, not playing Dimir Rogues, just repetitively. It's no wonder you guys don't like this game after a while. Just do the same thing over and over and over for months straight. Oh! And then everybody also treats you poorly. I get why it's not a friendly play experience. Like, played Magic for 1 month, hit Mythic, used Rogues, didn't like the game. I bet. Oh, gosh. Anyways, try and get rid of the salt from the last match. I'm sure you've seen it right at the end there. Your go, your go, your go. You know, I just... Land, counterspell, removal, land. I mean, I get it. It's cool. It's on me for not being able to remove those 2 things, but... Just frig off, Randy. Do we care about this? No? Yes? Yeah, we do. We do. Because we can't reduce the cost of this anyway, so to cast our Nightbonder first is awkward. Alright, 2-drop coming our way. Another Knight. Interesting. So that's fine. And a Champion, which is really good. Nice. So we're going to kill the Champion with the Chump Blocker via Wisp. Pass our turn. We have negates, nothing else. Any creatures get through. Alright. Worthy Knight in play. Champion in play makes a Knight, which is good. We get the kill. And having all of our land in play now really will help us come ahead. We've got Sharks to flash in, Negates, Erasures. So this is a perfect example of something we want to counter with the Shark. They get a token, but you know we do get a 5/4, so they're definitely not attacking anymore. Shark can go in. If they quadruple block, I'm happy with that. Oh, sorry, even triple block. Yeah, I'm super happy with that, in all honesty. Or we bounce a token, take the double kill, keep the Shark. Yes. We also get to draw, deal the damage, which is what makes it worth it. Over top, bounce the token. So now we get the double kill, our Shark survives, which is good, right? And we draw lands for a counterspell, which is also great. 2 Negates open. Ooh, good for them, going wide. I don't really care about damage much. The first strike is annoying. No blocks. Let's leave it one turn. We have 3 Erasures, so, I mean, what could hurt us? 5 land too, so we could negate and Erasure, but they're top decking, so that's no problem. We just need to kind of close out this match. We might get roped here. Hello? Are you there? No, they're gone. No, they're here. They're here. It's a land. That hurts. Another Shark, why not? Draw a card. Deal a damage. You know, deal 1 more damage, draw another card. And scry 2 and draw another card, so lots of value coming their way. Take the land. Both Sharks go in. I don't want to lose the Shoreshark because it has the Slitherwisp underneath. And then we have the Brazen Borrowers to interrupt if they try to do a multi-block again. What is going on? Alright, smart play, smart play. Let's end our turn. This is an opportune hand, like this, it doesn't get better than this. Good game. We need a bunch more matches like that to break even. Going first again, and having really good luck today with that at least. Get that scry going, land can go. Looking for petty thefts. Let's keep a Nightbonder up just in case. No blocks though. I guess we should have taken the scry, but I'm gonna scry with the Omen, so it's almost like kind of useless to use it now. We could pull a Negate. Nice. Little dig. Robber of the Rich, so that's not good. Play defensively for a second. Let's counter this Nest Robber. It's nothing impressive, but it still needs to be dealt with. Easy. Now they can't attack. They still go for it, wow. I'll trade. Right, reducing their effectiveness if they can pull an Embercleave or anything. Let's get the Shark ready to chump block if it's another robber. Right, anything with haste and 2 we can get, other than the Phoenix in the air. Take Omen. Looking for a creature control, which the Petty Theft does do nicely. Or should we go aggro? No, let's play smart. Let's take another scry. Bone Crusher, don't care. And Ashiok, I don't care. Octopus is good, land can go. Let's take our scry. Erasure is good. Pass our turn. They could have pulled something good. We have 5 mana. Well, let's try to pull it, I guess. They do, don't they? If they burn the Borrower, we still get the Octopus, but if they wait until it hits, then they can kill them both. And that kind of screws us, but I think it's worth it to try. So right now is when they'd want to shock it. They do have it. Nice. So that is a misplay on our behalf. We can still trade with the Giant. As long as there's no Embercleave in hand. Ginger Brood I don't care about. Maybe we should have cared about it, I don't know. I think we'll be okay. Giant's gone. 9 turns. Oh, that doesn't help. If they pull a land, we can sack our Omen. Anything else, we just have to take it at this point. It's not a good pull, but it is something. We can also sack this. Petty Theft and a counterspell. That works. Draw engine to get us going here. Pass our turn. We are risking it. Hopefully they don't pull anything of value. What do they have? I almost don't want to block it in case it is a cleave. Right? It is, isn't it? Oh my god, you're lucky. We've been having such poor luck today with that. And it gets played as a creature. Good game. We have to find something. Neither of these work. Kind of does, but we're still super screwed. We have to trade with it and just take 2. Brutal. I bet they have Embercleave here. We need a Petty Theft underneath of this. Come on! Okay, Nightbonder in hand, Shoreshark as well. I mean, it's a human, which sucks, but there's still good cards. 2 negates, so hopefully it's not a creature deck. Triumph seems good for us. In case we pull another swamp next turn, we'll get the first in play. End our turn. I doubt these negates are relevant yet. We will want to deal with that somehow. Let's try to trade with it right now. Nope. Take the damage. We need another swamp with Omen here. Interesting. That reach is problematic to us. Whoa! We need a swamp. Yikes. We can get in there with a shark at least. I guess. These negates are dead in hand, which is hurting my pride. We're killing, obviously, one of the aspirants. If we get the chance. Playing defensively, I'm not in a good position here. This is awkward. These negates are absolutely useless. Bounce the reef. That way when they attack, they don't go to 5. Oh, nice. Ouch. These Luminar Gasprints are just going to win the game unless we can pull our petty thefts. Ouch. Good game. There's nothing we can do here. I guess we can negate that. Whoa, we got our negate to be used. How fun. Going first is great. The hand kind of sucks, but Scry should help it out. A mulligan. Temple in play soon. I like that. Word on the street is the last update, limiting the tokens to 250 was not for our computers, but for the phones. Because I don't know about your guys' computers, but mine goes up to 1500 before it breaks. Far sooner than 250, or I guess far beyond 250. So I bet they've been testing on phones, and I bet, a lot of phones start, breaking down at 250 or whatever. Maybe 300, maybe they made it a little friendlier, some leeway. These are a lot of sharks. We countered it last time and it worked for us, but I think we leave it. I'd rather play the Slitherwisp and try to do the chump block. That spends their mana. We can counter it, or we can kill this thing. Counter it or kill the thing. Counter it or kill the thing. Kill the thing. Because then we can bounce the Shoreshark, throw the Thought Thief back to the hand, and then counter it. Right? So taking the scenic route here to deal with stuff. If they don't attack with the Guild Enforcer, sucks. But I think they will. They do. Go for it, right? And we're still away from 8, so that's fine. We'll take the flash block here. 4th land feels good. Let's take our attack. Set a stop before their attack, end our turn. I don't know if we want a shark or what. We'll see. I think we want a Shoreshark, because then if it's removal, well, no, if it's removal, we could deal with them both. Huh. We get to draw. They lose 1 life. That's going to pay for the whole interaction in and on its own. If they kill the Wisp with removal, the shark still hits as a creature. They get to keep the Thought Thief. If not, Thought Thief is gone. Upper top, increase its toughness by 1. Thought Thief to their hand. Perfect. Cool, right? They can remove it now to kill both creatures. That would be their play. Probably a little messy on our end. Maybe we should have just played it as a creature. Yeah. Should have waited. We have counter and an Omen up. That's annoying, but whatever. Let's borrow in. Thought Thief's in, that's fine. Are they getting stacked their robber? We're sitting at 8. No, they take our graveyard down for a draw. Down to 13, pushing tempo. So we learned our lesson about the shark. Let's not do that again. Hit for 4, unpleasant. It is a Xerath coming our way. Are we not able to counter this? Right? That's just straight up an ability. We have to bounce that now instead. The more you know. Still taking damage. That's fine. I think we just keep pushing them. We do have another Shoreshark, and that results in a double bounce. But we need them to spend their mana first. If not, we kind of try to have to hold up the Negate Essence Scatter combo. That's an easy counter for me, right? They spent all their mana. They're gonna attack for 2. Doing the mill, whatever. Let's get our Nightbonder in play. We hit for 6. And we still hold the Shoreshark, which should win us the game. Down to 3. Let's see if we can't lose this game here. Let's deal with that event. That spends their mana. Woo! Sorry, Rogues. Alright, we go first. That's great. Hand looks decent. Vantress can come in slow. We don't have a 1-drop, nor do we have an island, so that's that. We do have counter magic available, and if we're not using it, we have a Bonder. So, looking friendly. Whatever. We shouldn't counter that. I don't know why I countered that. I hate it. So maybe they're scared. This one can hit. I mean, I'd rather just one of them than 2 of them. 2 of them stacking up is kind of gross. The bad thing is now they can counter our Nightbonder. Maybe we should have played it first. But if they can't counter that, they can just remove it. So it's like, Drown in the Loch just gets it anyways. They could counter it, yeah. Do we get it? No way. I love it. I think we can attack and try to pull a chump block here. The Erasure on the Soaring Thought Thief. I like that. Hopefully they're not using Borrowers. There's no Petty Theft. That's all of our mana. They get a free turn here. Typically, they want to play on our turn, though, so I don't know if they will or not. Yes. Perfect. And we untap. This is perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. We want to take a Xerath with the Blast Erasure, I guess. Or a Petty Theft, and then they can't bounce our other Erasures. Land is just falling into play. I like that. We can be using our Castle Vantress soon. I don't want to tap my mana and, you know, not have the negate up is the thing. So Castle Vantress costs 5, and we have 6. We need 1 more. Oh no, Morlando. Islands, Windrobber. I do not care about the Windrobber. Oof, maybe I should have. Fine. Oh, we definitely should have. Nice. I can't believe we didn't Erasure that and they were holding 3 of them in their hand. Oh, it's human. Let's just play this individual. We still have Negate up, like we talked about. The Wisp is good, okay. Let's take these hits. There might be a double block on the Bonder, but they're running out of cards. Pulling up our Erasure for Xerath San. You know, we should have gotten all 3 of these robbers with it. I'll admit that. I was like, no, don't take it. It's a 1/1 that is just, like, not that good. But, you know, when you stack 3 of them up, it gets a little bit better. So we can play both of these, right? We've got 6 mana, but then we don't have the negate, so that's something we need to think of. We don't care about this. There's no Zerasan. They're just milling us, whatever. Land is good, our turn, so Wisp protected by the negate. More land, and good game, Rogues. We'll see you later. I wish we would have erased that and just locked out their whole hand. That would have been cool. Alright. I think maybe misplay there. I don't know. Let me know. Last game, right? Oof. Every time you lose, there has to have been a misplay. You can't just lose organically. That's not something that happens. We need more land so the scatter can go. Do we trade with it? Probably not. I don't know. If they attack before anything, maybe we can. I don't think that's worth it. We're better off just to bounce it and then counter it the turn after. Just a listening landfall. Flashlight gain. Very interesting. Don't get the land. That is really bad. We have to try to find it right now. Don't want 2 blacks open. Dang it! Oh, we could have put them both to the bottom and looked for an island, I guess. That's bad luck, though. Just take what's given to you. Not a good start. We can keep the creature and Shoreshark our face off. That'll be nice. I want this Wisp in play first so we don't burn our hand out, though. The Root Grazer's nice. Right, they can ramp with that. They can attack and then ramp with it. Oh, nice. Wish we had that negate up, but then we would have been behind a land. Just like, not good. Bounce that back, please. I'm gonna take a bit of damage, but you know, I can't allow that to just sit and play. We fixed our land, at least, right? A little bit of an issue, kind of sacrificing some early game control for just surviving. Root Grazer's great. I mean, we do have counter magic available. Let's leave this. Axos goes up. I mean, the 2 Grazers is good. And we take 4 down to 14. Ah, doesn't feel good. I love this shark. We're gonna make use of that, I think. So 1 less to cast, right? So this will cost 3. So that doesn't quite work. But we do need to be bouncing all of these, and we do have to negate that. So if we're negating that, it gives us, you know, just this 3 mana or less, right? We're not casting anything for 4, which this is 3, right? So we could Shark and negate, or we could Wisp and negate. No attacks. End our turn. They want to obviously retreat as soon as possible. Alright, let's counter that. That's all of their mana for the turn. They're going to play one land after this, maybe. So by bouncing it and then countering it later, we're actually somehow able to survive. They gain life here. I think we go with the Wisp still. Uncomfortable, but down to 8. What? Oh my god. Isn't that heartbreaking? That stops when you have a plan. Don't rely on the game client. Take our draw. I can't believe it. I think I pressed past turn accidentally. It happens. Oh my god. Nice. Get a 2/2 to chump block with now that we don't care about though. But we lose our Wisp. This is just game. Between a misplay and a misclick, that will get us. It's always going to have this can't block ability. Oh man, we worked so hard to get rid of that retreat and then just toss it by skipping a turn. Because then we could have Shoresharked. Ah! We could bounce 3 things here. We can bounce 1 thing, which is lethal. That means... Cry. All right. I mean, doesn't look bad, doesn't look great. I mean, maybe it looks great. There could be something to flash this onto, but it's fine. Evolving Wilds. So this is Gruul Landfall? Yeah, it must be. We have no 1-drop, so let's take the Scry. And the Bonder can stay. Gruul is going to require bouncing of spells, countering of creature spells, so this Negate can hit a Henge. Fight effect. That's Adventure. Oh! Ah! This is a bummer because it's whenever you cast a creature spell. If they try to be greedy and cast the Adventure first, we can counter it and they won't get the creature. They're coming in slow here. Maybe they attack, but they probably have a Stomp. Let's try the same move that won us the last game, as far as I'm concerned. There could be a Stomp here. I don't doubt it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever, man. All right, let's try that again. Might take a couple swings at it. I think I'm just gonna let it hit is the thing that upsets me the most, and just maybe try to short shark out later. So we know there's another, right? Let's try it. You know, losing the Wisp sucks. It's either that or the Octopus, though. And we shouldn't play scared, right? Don't play scared of the Giants. Still try to play out the lines. They should have done it before blockers. Oh, just a Rimrock. Okay. At least we trade with it, right? They didn't get any draws from it. That's... Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah! Brutal. So, I still want to kill the Innkeeper. We can negate if they try some shenanigans. Let them have it. Let's take it. Hopefully there's not a shock. Now we should protect it for 2. I don't think they've got Spike Field Hazard. We're going to counter it anyway, so let's just get the extra damage. The straw could help us. You know, we're in a real bad spot, though. Land in play's nice. Another land's also nice. You know, we've seen that lack of land kind of get us before, so... You know, it is good to still play a land every turn, even though you can fully operate. Ending our turn, we do have Petty Theft and Negate up. You know, they're able to cleave, right? We'll see. They're still gonna cleave here, aren't they? We're forced to interact first. Oh no, nice. Another giant. Ouch. That's good. That's gonna be enough. Yeah, that gets us. Now there's going to be the cleave here, probably. And still, we're a little bit back on mana. Good game. Luck out. No, that was a good match. All right. I don't know what's happening. What a life. We play tested this deck with 100% win rate. And we're just getting smashed here. Terrible luck. The mill is unpleasant, but whatever. Taking 2 Nightbonders is pretty disgusting as well. It's always the wait. Probably a counterspell here. Nope. That's nice. Oh, just removal. We're gonna get milled out. Like, not as bad as any rogues, but still sucks. Ugh. Oh wow, they're going right for it. They are going right for it. The only thing that might win us the game here is they're out of cards. Oh, we lose the land. Forgot about that. Oh well. Probably. Oh. Try to get the creature out. Could be removal, right? Could be counterspell. They just draw, and that's a big mill. Like 10 card mill. 8 card mill. Disgusting. If only we had 5 land, we could flash and protect. Because this mill sucks. We need to kill them. Oh, are you serious? Oh, are you serious? Whoa. They still have plenty of mana. Still 3 mana, 5 cards. Makes us very sad. Maybe they remove it now once we spend our mana. I mean, I do want more land, but at the end of the day... $17 cards. I don't even really want to use these omens. Right? And they get us for 5 cards every turn without doing anything. Right? It's just like... real cool, bro. I hate mail decks. Well, it can only go uphill from here, right? We're on the play. We learned a little something. Every time we play, you know, a counterspell or flash-based deck, anything we want to play on our opponent's turn, instant speed, we do get the reminder of that to be extra careful and set those stops. Just be careful about it. We're in a great position here. Because it is a bad habit of mine. I just go to pass turn, and I think that's what I did. I'm getting berated here, so let's see what that's about. We have a Nightbonder in play before anything, so it's just like, you know, probably is a good game as far as I'm concerned. Another to back it up, like, oh my lord. But, I mean, you know, watch us throw this match too somehow, right? Let's say I have instant speed. Shenaniganzo. Right, but yeah, we're just pulling their spell and replacing one with the other. Smash. Whatever they play, it's not hitting. Let's just send it right to the grave. And that as well. They're using all of our mana. All of our counter spells too. We're still in a really nice position here with the Erasures. Stomping their whole turn here again. The Shoreshark's nice. Hopefully we can hold this Erasure from being removed. They're down to 4 in hand. That seems like I should just let it hit. I like the scry. We'll keep the land. And we're still applying damage. Down to 9 here. And we've another Erasure that's available. So they need to double drop, but kind of hard to do on only 3 cards in hand. Yeah, looks good. Vantress in play. So we have Stomp locked out, and we have Bone Crusher Giant locked out. Oh gosh. They could slay us here, though. I've got nothing for it. Down to 6. Scry 2, draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. There's no way they don't find an answer. Their answer would be a petty theft, though. Ooh, Narset discard to do damage. Yeah, nice.
Thoughts flow like river rapids.
Nice, 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 nice. Hopefully there's no blockers here. And we can just get the kill in. The borrowers are frightening. I guess the entities are good too, but it's just the scries that are threatening there. They're thinking about it. Right? I mean, you know, probably going for the +2 life, grab a mana, puts them to 9. They are really thinking about this? I don't know what's going on here. Playing the land. That takes them to 9. This takes them to 10. Both in mana. 8 life. They can make this token, which is annoying. The 1/1 can interrupt our attack, but maybe we pull a borrower so we can petty theft the token once it's made. Maybe. They're thinking about this pretty hard. Interesting. Too bad that doesn't counter the thing. What? They just forget about Castle Ardenvale.
This was not my plan.
They could have interrupted that. Well, that sucks. They're down to 8. Maybe we can kill them. Ardenvale costs 5. So they have to play a land here. The shark. Should we keep this to juke? Right? They might think we have something. Only this was a counter creature spell. We can draw Petty Theft and have them tap it. Too late, is the thing. They have to block here. So that's not the worst, but they get it right back. It's either Narset they get back or the Trawler. Keeping the shark alive is nice, though. If only they had less life. Right, if they were at 5, we'd potentially have lethal. Again, they've got Castle Ardenvale, which interrupts that. Are you serious? Ah! Let's force the discard. It's a land. Our spell fizzles. Which sucks. And then we can threaten the other trawler. They could just take the damage. For all they know, we could deal 1 damage in our hand. We don't, though. So close. And they gained life. Cry. Good game. Oh! think the deck's great. You know, maybe it's lacking a little bit of removal. It sucks to rely on a bounce spell. We take out one Erasure. We take out one Omen. We take out one Essence Scatter. And we add removal. It's hard to say. You know, probably a Heartless Act. It's instant speed. That's our best bet. Let me know what you guys think. Did we lose a lot of games because of the lack of removal? Or was it just kind of how the cookie crumbles? Thanks for your time and attention. I really appreciate each and every one of you spending your time here watching the videos. Don't forget to like on your way out and subscribe to the channel. If you've not seen my latest meme video, please watch that. I want to be doing those more often, you know, get away from the gameplay footage, still do it, but do other stuff on top of it, right? So, you know, we do need those to be successful, and, you know, everybody really enjoyed it so far, but we need more engagement on it. We need to push it out to all of our friends. It's less than a minute. We're going to be doing more comedy videos that are less than a minute. Try to consume them, try to push them out to everybody, and hopefully we can have some success for that. So again, thank you so much, and we will see you guys soon.